Hello and welcome to the HR Playbook. In today's video, we will explore theories of learning to see how employees can learn in the workplace. Understanding learning theories can help organizations create more effective training programs, improve employee performance, and foster a culture of continuous growth. We will cover a variety of key learning theories, including behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, social learning theory, humanistic theories, and connectivism. Each of these theories provides valuable insights into how employees can acquire new skills, adapt to challenges, and grow professionally. By understanding how these theories work, you can better support your employees' learning and development. So let's dive in. Let's start with behaviorism, one of the oldest and most influential learning theories. Developed by B.F. Skinner and Ivan Pavlov, behaviorism focuses on how behavior is shaped by external stimuli and the consequences that follow. It emphasizes observable actions and internal thought processes. In the workplace, behaviorism can be applied by focusing on reinforcing specific behaviors through rewards and punishments. For example, an employee who consistently meets deadlines may receive positive reinforcement such as praise or bonuses. On the other hand, an employee who consistently fails to meet deadlines may receive consequences like additional supervision or training. The goal of behaviorist approaches is to reinforce desired behaviors so that they become habits. In a workplace setting, behaviorism can be used to foster productivity and accountability. Using reinforcement techniques like positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, and even punishment, managers can encourage employees to exhibit behaviors that align with the company's goals and values. However, it is essential to remember that while behaviorism can be effective for changing specific behaviors, it does not necessarily focus on deeper cognitive processes, such as understanding the reasoning behind actions or long-term learning. It's more about shaping and conditioning responses to stimuli. So, a manager can change an employee's behavior to meet deadlines, but the manager may never understand why does the employee behave this way in the first place. Next, we have cognitivism, a theory that focuses on the internal mental processes involved in learning. Unlike behaviorism, which focuses on observable behavior, cognitivism looks at how the mind processes information, organizes knowledge, and applies it to new situations. Cognitivism emerged in response to behaviorism as theorists like Jean Piaget and Jerome Bruner argued that the mind plays a critical role in learning. According to this theory, learning involves the mental processing of new information, the organization of that information into schemas, and the application of knowledge to solve problems. In the workplace, cognitivism is incredibly valuable, especially when it comes to tasks that require problem solving, critical thinking, and the application of learned knowledge in real-world scenarios. For example, when an employee is introduced to a new software system, their ability to understand how the system works, connect it to their existing knowledge, and apply it effectively depends on their cognitive processing. Now let's look at constructivism, a theory that emphasizes the idea that learners actively construct their own understanding of the world based on their experiences. Pioneered by theorists like Jean Piaget and Lev Vygotsky, constructivism suggests that knowledge is not passively received, but rather actively built by the learner. To foster cognitive learning in the workplace, organizations can provide opportunities for employees to engage with challenging tasks that require them to think critically and solve problems. Tools like mind maps, diagrams, and structured learning materials can help employees organize new information and integrate it into their existing knowledge base. Offering opportunities for self-reflection and feedback can also support cognitive development, allowing employees to adjust their approaches and improve over time. In the workplace, constructivism is particularly useful for tasks that involve learning by doing. Employees are encouraged to engage in hands-on experiences, reflect on their experiences, and make sense of new information in ways that are meaningful to them. Learning in this context is seen as an ongoing process, not just a one-time event. One of the most powerful applications of constructivism is through experiential learning. When employees participate in projects, attend simulations, or engage in real-life challenges, they are actively constructing new knowledge based on their interactions with the task. This type of learning helps them build skills that are directly relevant to their work, making the learning process far more effective. For example, consider an employee participating in a leadership development program. Rather than just being taught the theoretical concepts, they're given the opportunity to engage in leadership exercises, reflect on their decisions, and receive feedback. Over time, they develop a deeper understanding of leadership, not just through passive learning, but through active participation and reflection. Next, let's explore the social learning theory. Social learning theory suggests that learning occurs through observation and imitation of others, especially those who are seen as role models or authority figures. People don't just learn by doing, they also learn by observing others, listening to their experiences, and modeling their behavior. In the workplace, social learning theory is incredibly powerful. Employees often learn by watching their colleagues, managers, and mentors. When a new employee joins an organization, they may not immediately know how to perform a task, but they can observe more experienced co-workers and pick up tips, techniques, and strategies along the way. Mentorship programs and peer learning initiatives are perfect examples of social learning theory in action. By pairing a new employee with a mentor, organizations create opportunities for observational learning. This approach not only accelerates the learning process, but also fosters a sense of community and collaboration in the workplace. Moreover, online learning platforms and social media can also be used to promote social learning. For instance, employees can share insights through internal forums, participate in group webinars, or learn from instructional videos created by colleagues. This creates a more dynamic learning environment where employees can constantly learn from each other. Now let's look at humanistic theories of learning, which emphasize the importance of personal growth, self-actualization, and motivation in the learning process. Pioneered by psychologists like Abraham Maslow and Carl Rogers, these theories focus on the human need for autonomy, purpose, and fulfillment in the workplace. Maslow's hierarchy of needs suggests that people are motivated to satisfy basic needs first, such as psychological and safety needs, before moving on to higher-order needs like belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. In the context of workplace learning, humanistic theories argue that employees are most likely to engage in learning and development when their basic needs are met and when they feel valued and supported by the organization. In the workplace, humanistic theories encourage managers to focus on the emotional and motivational aspects of learning. Employees who feel valued, respected, and motivated are far more likely to engage in development opportunities and reach their full potential. Organizations can apply humanistic principles by providing employees with personal development opportunities, career growth paths, and a positive work culture. It's about helping employees see the connection between their work and their personal goals, which in turn drives motivation and improves performance. Finally, we have Connectivism, a modern theory of learning, developed by George Siemens and Stephen Downes. In today's digital age, learning is no longer confined to individual learning or even to the classroom. It's about connecting to a network of people, resources, and technologies. In the workplace, this means that employees can learn from multiple sources: colleagues, online platforms, social media, professional networks, and even through artificial intelligence tools. For example, an employee might use an online course to learn a new skill, but they also engage with colleagues for advice, attend webinars, and seek information from industry forums, all of which contribute to their learning experience. This theory is particularly relevant in today's fast-paced technology-driven work, as connectivism emphasizes the importance of creating learning networks within organizations where knowledge is constantly shared, updated, and built upon. In conclusion, understanding learning theories is crucial for creating a supportive and effective environment for employee development. Whether you're applying behaviorism to shape specific behaviors, cognitivism to enhance problem-solving skills, constructivism to encourage experiential learning, or social learning theory to foster peer-to-peer knowledge exchange, each of these theories can play an important role in employee growth. By embracing humanistic principles and ensuring that employees feel motivated and supported, or by leveraging the power of connectivism and learning networks, an organization can foster a culture of continuous development and learning. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more insights on workplace learning and employee development. What learning theory do you find most useful in your workplace? Let us know in the comments.